Good morning.
Good
Morning.
morning, sir.
Thanks for answers. Thank you for inviting me here. My topic, even though it is called as extending library services, I will look into those things from the librarian's point of view, because most of you might have heard people talking in terms of users. Now, being a professional librarian, I would like to talk it in the view of a librarian, how I see it. And I will explain each and every point based on the slide, and let us hope we can enjoy this session. I will be sharing my PPT. I renamed my presentation as Library Without Walls, a concept that was perceived long back. We are thinking of library services in the present scenario of this pandemic, that we cannot go to the library. So how we can get the services? You people may be thinking about this in the present scenario only, but the profession as such, the library profession as such, thought of this almost 20 years back. The concept of library without walls means it's not the library, that building that matters, but the services from the library, that information available in the library, that has to be disseminated to the person who is not going to the library itself. That concept is called the library without walls. Now, why we have thought of this is two main reasons. First of all, it is the declining footfalls in the library. People are not coming to the library, so naturally we are forced to go to the. That is one thing. And before us, there was a pragmatic solution. The pragmatic solution is internet, because it opened up everything. You can go to any place, you can communicate to any place. Distance, time, language, these are all not at all the barriers in communicating with people. So these two major reasons. First of all, people are not coming to the library. Second thing, we have a pragmatic solution, the internet. So we thought of going for library without walls, so extending our services to the user. So this is a concept which was considered very long back, not during this pandemic at all. But as a librarian, I have my own perception, my own doubts about it. Doubts in the sense, what will happen to my profession as such. These type of dilemmas are there in my mind. This is what I am going to present here, along with what a library is doing at the present scenario, that also I will be talking about. Now here you can see the evolution of libraries, the traditional libraries, collection of books, to the hybrid libraries. Hybrid library means both carrying digital as well as analogous materials. Then coming to digital libraries, then coming to virtual libraries. Virtual libraries are those libraries remaining online, but you will feel that you are inside the library. Whereas digital libraries are collection of digital documents organized in a peculiar manner with services. So if you look at it from hybrid libraries onwards, we have started the concept of library without walls. This is what is there. So at present, if you look at the libraries in India, they are still in the hybrid and digital library area. We have both in our take any library for that matter. You have both hybrid libraries, and along with hybrid libraries, you have digital collections also. So together we can call they are hybrid libraries only. We have not reached the level of virtual libraries. So in all these aspects, you can see library without walls concept. How we have managed all these changes? First of all, it is the integrated library management systems which have been developed from the very beginning of the internet, or even the digital era started. The major changes have happened in our field is, first is the finding of a software with which we can manage the library as such. Basically the index of the library, we call it as catalog. So how to make a catalog using digital technology? This was the first thing. Then gradually percolated into other areas of library management, like acquisition, issue, return, all those things together. So now we have enough and more software platforms to manage the library services. One is the major integrated library management systems available are listed there. Koha Koha is an absolute international standard with which you can manage your library. It's a free software you can download, install simply, you can install it, and you can have multiple libraries at a location. Their catalogs can be unified. All these things are possible. You have acquisition system, you have all sort of modules inside that, even the footfalls, how many people are coming to the library, that also can be calculated using certain modules of Koha. And the basic idea is it's a open software, and it is supported by a lot of people who develop it. So it's a collective wisdom which is behind it. Koha is a free software. And comes Soul, software for university libraries. It is actually a product of our InflipNet, the Inter-University Center of the UGC. InflipNet, they have produced it, and still they are supporting it with all maintenance, everything. So these two are actually very useful software for library. Whereas the other two which I have mentioned are costly softwares, these proprietary softwares. But the importance is all these are helping us with a modular approach to the library activities, and you can see that library catalog is available on the internet. If it comes on the internet, means the entire collection of the library and its index. Collection in the sense its metadata, index is available on the internet, so that anybody from the globe can access and see what this library has. And I used to get frequent messages or emails from people beyond my area. Since I am from Goa, from beyond my area, you can see the people coming to my library catalog, checking for books, and if they find something useful, they mail me, sir, your library has a particular book, can you give a copy of it? Copy in the sense I can scan it or photocopy it, and many times I have done it. So it's only because otherwise it's a very, earlier it was a very confined catalog or index which remained inside the library. Now we have extended beyond our campus. It's called as OPAC, Open Online Public Access Catalog. It's available on the net, and it's beyond four walls of the library. And the important thing is, patrons need not come to the library to know about the availability of books. They can even renew the books. They can see how much fine has got accrued. All these things are possible in the case of these integrated library management software. Another important aspect is, see, when we buy a book, we have to add the details of that book into our collection. We call it as cataloging. So usually we used to do by writing cards earlier. When computers came, we started typing in the details, and when we type, what will happen is we will make manual mistakes. Sometimes we may type the matter into another field. Sometimes we may misspell. So many errors can occur. But nowadays, you don't need anybody. Nothing is required. You can just go to a certain catalog like OCLC or even World of Library of Congress. Go there, just copy it, and then paste into your catalog. This way you can copy the catalog content from other libraries without much errors. And then what you can do is, you just need to change only the accession number of the book. This process is called a copy cataloging. It helps the librarian to maintain a standard index for the library. But the problem is, you don't need a librarian to do that. Anybody for that matter, by clicking a particular button, can copy the entire details, metadata, we call it as metadata, copy from there and paste it into our system. It will work perfectly. This is happening in my library. It's not a librarian, a professional librarian who is doing this, because I don't need a person for that. I can keep that person for something else, who is attendant, who is qualified with little computer knowledge. He is managing copy catalog. So it's a revolutionary change that has happened in the library scenario. Now, content management systems. Content management systems are actually those software platforms where you can create your own websites. Those Joomla, Drupal, etc. are some of the open or freely available platforms where you can create your own web pages. You need not go anywhere. You can create your own web pages. own server and download it, install it. Otherwise, they themselves facilitate creating sites. And another important thing is Google Sites and the allied Google services. Excellent services they offer. I could manage creating a library catalog also using the Google service. So Google Sites will allow you to create a content management system, creating a library website and all. So there is an example which I can show you, and it's that content management system is made out of a product from Springshare, and they call it as LibGuides. LibGuides. So I'll just show you how the Indian Institute of Management Library web page works. I'll just share that. I'll just stop this. Yeah, I think you can see this web page. This is the website of Indian Institute of Management. Hope it is visible. Can somebody respond?
Yes, sir.
It is visible. So this is the library website of the Indian Institute of Management, and each of these items is called as a LibGuide. For example, if you want to know about the e-database, you just click there. E-journals, e-books, videos, all these things. But it won't be available to me as big because I'm not a member of that. But you can see this. And another area is this I will explain later. Actually, this is called the web discovery tool. I will explain it later. So this is what the content management system maintained by Indian Institute of Management, and the product is available from Springshare company, which is a foreign company for whom there is an agency in India, somewhere in Bangalore. I don't know really. They are in Bangalore, and they will provide you this service, and it's a cloud-based service. Cloud means you need not even have a server. They will provide in their server all these facilities. Only thing is you add content. Add content in the sense, for example, if you are having a particular database called SciFinder is a chemistry-based database. So if you wanted to give a guide whereby the students can easily search the SciFinder, you can create a guidebook and then place it under that as a LibGuide. Similarly, all information, if you want to arrange programs, everything is possible there. You can have a diary, you can have a chat box for the librarian, FAQs, frequently asked questions. All these are possible with a knowledge portal. You can develop. All these are possible using this particular software called the LibGuides. It is available from Springshare, and it's not costing that much. I don't know how far. Maybe around 65 to 70,000 rupees you have to pay annually for maintaining, and it's a very useful software. Now I'll go back to my presentation. So that's what about the particular LibGuides, and it is provided by Springshare LibGuides. We have seen this. Now I will go to another thing. Now comes e-journals. E-journals. See, when we had we were in the earlier analogous library, we used to subscribe to many journals which were in print form, and we get it. And what will happen is we used to collect it. We just bind these volumes, and then we will keep it as archives. But searching a particular article, how much time it was taking for us? It's very difficult to search in a big collection of archival library periodical issues. It's very difficult, and you have to have a proper an index for the entire content of this. Otherwise, it is very difficult. That is why international level itself there were abstracts created for all the journal articles, like biological abstracts, chemical abstracts. Understood? From that, you can just go to a particular issue of a particular journal and identify a particular article from page numbers. That was possible at that time. Now, things have changed a lot, and moreover each publisher may publish maybe 1,000 copies of a journal. Now they need not publish 1,000 copies of a journal. They need to publish only one copy of a journal. Place it in the server and allow access to everyone whosoever pays for it. For example, here when we change from print to online journals or databases, what are the important facilities we got? Multiple access simultaneously. If you have a book in your library, only one person can read it. But if you have a digital copy of it, multiple people can access it simultaneously. And moreover, if you come to my library, my own entire area of area is occupied by the bound volumes of periodicals, huge bound volumes of periodicals, and it is very difficult to manage that big books. Basically, because one is dust is accumulating, and another threat is from the rodents, the rat-like animals. They come and eat away all the cover pages, everything. This is happening in many libraries. So, and moreover, it occupies a lot of space. Now, if you subscribe to a e-journal, for example, Science Direct, they are giving us around 1,000 journals, or sorry, 9,000 journals, and in that, you just need to pay for it. That's all. Then you are getting access to the entire content in your library. It saves lot of space in your library. Another important thing is it is searchable. You cannot search a printed book. You have to browse the pages, then only you will reach the place. Whereas you give the keyword, it will take you to the correct particular periodical article which you need. Another important thing is you can attach multimedia. If you look at the e-books on medicine, there will be links to multimedia. Multimedia in the sense videos and audios related to surgery. All those things are available attached to these documents within the book, and also it will give you links to the web pages of various experts. That way, multimedia attachments are possible. And as I told earlier, single copy is required. These are some of the minimum advantages of using e-journals, and several other advantages are also there. Some of the databases are Science Direct, Emerald, Springer, Nature. These are all e-journal publishers. But here the problem is, when you spend money, you get a book. Either for books or periodicals, you earlier, when you pay the money, you get an object in your library. Whereas now you don't get a book or a periodical. What has happened is you are getting the right to access it, nothing more. The item is not with you. That means annually, if you don't pay, your access is gone. So that is the issue. So ownership to access right is the change that has happened here. And databases are of two types. As you know, they are full text databases and bibliographic databases. All these are available online. You can just subscribe and get it for your library. These are all the changes, and these are apprehensions for librarians also. I will tell you why. So full text means the articles are available in full text. Bibliographic database means, as I told you earlier, SciFinder, Web of Science. These are all giving the list of items or metadata or the descriptions of items, and so that you can identify one item by reading abstract. You can decide whether it is required or not. Then you can go to the original text. So these things are available in the library. Yes, same thing with the e-books also. Print it to online books, and you know that if at all you want a book, just go to Google and type whether it is available in the Google Books. Almost the entire book, except in between one or two pages they may miss, but entire book is scanned and placed with the links in your Google. It's available. Then, if you buy ebooks, what you can do is, as a librarian, you can collect metadata from the publisher. Metadata, as I told you earlier, it is the description of a digital item. A digital item can be identified only after opening and reading it. Otherwise, it is not possible. So, to identify an e-document or a digital document, you need descriptors or metadata. And that metadata, the publisher will give. You can collect and add it to your catalog, so that from your catalog itself, you can open the book. So, it is at one place, everything is available. This is what the importance of ebooks. But nowadays, another idea has come up. It's called a POD, print on demand. People don't publish the book as such. They will just tell you have a book, and they will publish everywhere saying that send us orders. We will give you as many books as you want. It's called a POD, print on demand. So based on demand, you can just make a print out and send to the library. The publishers will not publish as such, and they make changes and make new editions, and then again it remains POD, print on demand. What will usually earlier what was happening is they publish some 10,000 or print some 10,000 copies. Out of that, maybe 5,000 may get sold, then 5,000 remain unused. So it was always happening, and then they sell it by weighing its weight in kilograms and tons. They used to sell it. So such books will be available in the market. Now that to an extent it is getting removed from the scenario, and we are getting books on print or POD, print on demand. That also is a new development which has happened, and which also helps the library in a way. Now comes the web discovery tools. This is again a very important change that has happened in the libraries. Web discovery tool. I'll tell you what exactly it is. You are going to the library. You wanted a particular book on some Indian economy and the farmers' dilemmas. So this is your idea. And when you approach the librarian, what the librarian will say? First, you go to the library catalog. Then you go to the print journals. Then you go to the online journals. Then you go to our institutional repository. There are many places he will say, you go there, you go here. You get upset a lot. I know that. Many people are why I have come here. I have come here for little help from you. But you are saying you go there, you are sending me to different places. And moreover, among journals itself, there are many publishers. So you have to search every publisher. So it becomes a Herculean task for a user to approach many places, and you will get tired. But you are very happy with Google. Why? Google has a very pleasant web page, white color, and in the middle there is a text box. And above that, sometimes there will be a cartoon like this. Nothing more. But the moment you type for a query, you get thousands and sometimes lakhs of responses from the Google, and you are very happy. Even if there are 2,85,000, you will be happy. But I know how many people will go beyond the fifth page. That's a different thing. But Google gives you lot of output, and if you want to know the meaning of a word, just type it. It will give you. If you want to know when is the train to Mumbai from Goa, it will give you an answer. So almost everything it answers, and we are all happy. And what was happening is gradually this Google was even removing the place of other information sources. So in fact, the remaining the library as such as an institution was at stake because of the influence of Google-like facilities. So many sources of information we have to search, and hence we have to go to many places in search of required documents. So what has happened is people thought, why can't we integrate all these things together and search at one place? That is called a web discovery tool. Actually, web discovery is of two types. There is one called a federated search, and the other one is called as such web discovery as web discovery. One is federated search and the other is web discovery tool. In the federated search, what is happening is the moment you give an idea, it will go to all publishers, all sources of information at that time and collect the information and bring it back to you. That is called a federated search. That is happening synchronized. When you search only, this happens, so it takes time. But it is a current information. It will go to different places and get you the information. This is called a federated search. K-Nimbus is an example for this web discovery. Similarly, some agencies collect the index from various publishers and sources, even our catalog, and they keep it with them. And so the moment when we search for something, all of a sudden it will give you all these details. I will show you a particular web discovery tool now. There are some EBSCO discovery services, ProTest, Summon, Ex Libris, ViewFind, OCLC, all are the web discovery tools. Out of the four, viewfind is the free one, which you can customize and use it in your library along with your catalog. So all others are costly items. You have to spend money. Some costs around 6 lakhs, some costs around, depending on the databases we add into it, it changes. So I will show you again the web discovery tool that is available in the website of Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. Yes, I will. So this is and the librarian says that the gateway to the library resources. Here, what you have to do is just type a keyword. For example, I am just typing operations research. Simply I have typed, and here it is asking, should you check for everything, e-content, journal, all these things, it is mentioned there. What you can do is, I will go for everything, and I will type again operations research. See the output, what will happen. So it is actually Zaman, you can see on the top, Zaman by Progress. It is taking up to the index available. So it creates, it actually collects all the information from various sources and shows you. It will have e-journals, e-books, books availability. It has even newspaper articles also. See, you can see here newspaper articles on the particular item, then journal article, magazine article, web resources, book and e-book. Many things at a place. But you can just limit things, and you can just say, I want only full text online. If it is available, I want that. So this way it helps you, and it is almost like a Google atmosphere. You will be very happy. You need not go to catalog, you need not go to online database, nothing. Here is a one place where you can search everything. So this type of a web discovery tool has changed the library scenario a lot. Now I will go back to my presentation. So search, it's a search solution like the Google platform. Now comes the most prominent item that is required in the present scenario, that is called remote access. Because you people are sitting at home, you cannot come out. Even librarians also cannot come out. So, but it's not that we have to stop everything. So there are software solutions with which the resources that we subscribe can be extended to the people, the patrons, through certain through mechanisms, and those mechanisms are called as remote access. There is something called Easy Proxy, Shibalu, OpenAirText, remote access. These are the major players in the field of remote access in libraries. So with this, what they will do is they will install a small software in our library server, and then what they will do is they will have a particular IP address, and to that IP address also the publishers have to give access. So when the user goes into that, he will have to give a username and password through which he will get access to all the resources that are subscribed. Now InFed is a product of InfluNet. It's a remote access facility, again working on the program called Shibalu, which is again open source. So they are giving it free of cost to the universities in India. This we have got installed it from InfluNet. It works well. You can give a names, username and password to the user so that they can access all the softwares, all the databases that we subscribe in the library. Now comes the marketing of the library. Marketing of the library means what? Tell what is happening in the library. That's all. You tell, see, we have purchased these books, we have subscribed to these journals, and we are conducting this program. All these are forming part of library marketing. And you know about social media, what is its influence. Some of the elections in some certain countries, I should say that it has happened in India also. Social media has influenced the elections. That is the importance of the presenter. see, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Twitter. Last day I conducted a survey among the students of university to know whether they are adaptable to the e-learning. If at all the university provides them the e-learning process, then I understand and I asked them what is the usual social media that they use. When I asked them, I expected that Facebook would be the answer, but to my surprise, Facebook has come third. WhatsApp was the first one, Instagram second, Facebook third, and then comes Twitter. This was the options before them. WhatsApp has been using being used by people like anything. Yes, the answer was really surprising for me because I thought Facebook was there. So these platforms, the libraries can make use of for marketing their products. If you buy a book, put it on this either WhatsApp or Instagram, Facebook with little bit of reviews, whatever you get from Amazon or this Flipkart, they have reviews written there. You can copy some reviews and place it along with the book so that your patrons, when they see that a new book has come to the library, they will read review and they will get attracted and they may ask for seeing it. Now, online reference services. Reference services are those services where you are satisfying the queries of the users. They may ask you questions regarding books, many things in the library through emails. You can use SMS, short messaging services, chat, librarian chat you can have, then frequently asked questions you can place on the website. These are all online services with which you can satisfy the queries of the users. Then comes the library website. As I told you earlier, you have to have a library website. Content management systems are freely available, and I say it is equivalent to the library counter because people are not coming to the library. Then your library website is the library counter. Everything is possible there. You can just see all the information about the library, all the library index, the web discovery tool. As I have shown you, the Indian Institute of Management library website. Now, also you can maintain something called a knowledge portal. Knowledge portal is a unique place in the website of a library where you will get links to all the resources at a place. That's called a knowledge portal. I will show you open this website of my library and see how it is working. Yeah, this is the Goa University library. Hope it is visible. This is the library. See, from here you can go to the library OPAC, online public access catalog. This is the institutional repository. Institutional repository is a digital library where we upload all our theses. The theses which have been awarded PhD by the university will be uploaded there, and also all the faculty publications. Why we are uploading faculty publications? Because by uploading faculty publications, it gets more visibility. In the sense, see, otherwise an article published in a journal will get access to another person only if he subscribes to that journal. Here what is happening is we are uploading it to an open repository. So anybody searches for this thing will get access to it. Access in the sense they will come to know that there is an article. And if the article is proprietary in nature, we won't open it up. But when they click on a particular button, an email will come to the librarian and we can extend it to the person through an email. That is possible. It is permitted by publishers. So, institutional repository has a lot of material which others can use. So, that also is there. Then comes knowledge portal, and this is the knowledge portal where you can see e-resources provided by the internet. These are all links for them. And below that, university subscribe. We have subscribed for certain items. They are all listed here. Then e-books available to the library. When you click here, you will get those books from, and in India Standard Home, the CMIE Forest database, EPW database, Grammarly we have, so they can use it. Then StatCraft, another data manipulation software. Then there comes a free and open access resources subject gateway. When you click on subject gateway, for example, if you click on chemistry or biology, like that, I'll click on chemistry. You will get many other websites which are actually very useful for the department of library, chemistry. This way, we are training a particular knowledge portal. I will stop it. I know time. Yeah. So this is what the library website, and you can maintain, and you need not spend any money for maintaining a website because Google site itself is really available. You can do this. Now comes the question, the apprehension that I have already told. Just one moment. Where are we need librarian doing these things? Do you need a librarian to do all these things? This is my apprehension. For doing cataloging, do you need a librarian? I told you already. You don't need a library. You can copy catalog. Classification of books. No. Because there is a particular website, oclc.org, classify.oclc.org. You go there, you give your topic of the book, you will get a already used number by some other library there. You can easily copy them. So classification is not to be done by a library. Anybody can do that. Now comes the issue and return of books. Do you need somebody to issue and return books? I will say no. Basically because if you can install RFID, radio frequency identification, patrons themselves can come, show their card, show the book, take it out. Nobody will stop you. And if they don't do it, there is an alarm there. The security fellow can catch him. Whereas to return a book, again you don't need a librarian. You can drop the book in a drop box. It automatically captures the identity of the book and then deletes it from your account. Now reference services. If you maintain a website, whatever we have mentioned earlier, everything is available there. Almost every information will be available there. You don't need a librarian to do reference service. Now to bring the books from the counter to the stacks, do you need a person a library professional? I don't think you don't need it. For example, in Hong Kong National Library, there are mechanisms where you keep the book in a tray, it actually goes to the exact position in the stack room. You don't need a person to stack it and arrange it. So even when a user types in the keyword or identifies a book, the book will be taken from the stacks by a mechanism. It is routed through a channel and it will come to the counter as such. So there you don't need a librarian. So what will happen to us? So change is required in the attitude of librarians in this scenario. That is a must. You have to change, otherwise things are. See, why I'm saying this is I'm the faggot of my profession as such. So change is required. I have seen people how they are managing libraries. I absolutely still believe that there is need for change in the attitude of librarians in this particular scenario. And now you have seen that in the pandemic scenario also, you have to come up with the new innovations. Otherwise, if it is library without walls, it will be library without librarians in future. So I say beware. So with these words, I thank you for listening to me. I stop my presentation here. Thank you. I am ready for answering some queries.